Good morning, everybody. Good morning. And let me know how that mic sounds so that it's not too loud. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. And let me know if that mic is not too loud this morning because I listened to my recording yesterday and that mic was too loud. Someone said so in the live, and I called myself being a little smart ass. And I told him, I was like, no, I'm just playing with you because I was just playing with him. But it's all, you're having a tough, it's a little low. Okay, is that better, Cassie? Is that better? Good morning, Juicy. More. Okay, let me try again. Is that better? Is that much better? Can you hear me better now? Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning, Ida. Yeah, I still struggle with getting this sound perfectly right, you know? Because quiet is kept, a lot of those, it's not frozen on my side, Moonchild. You might want to come out and come back in, beloved. But I just want to make sure my sound is right. Because quiet is kept. A lot of times, people on TikTok, they'll claim, oh, buy this, buy that, and you buy the shit, and it doesn't work anything like what they lied and said that it did. Thank you so much, Cassie. It don't work nothing like they say that it did. Nothing. Now, we got a couple of things to talk about because we know one thing. Hold up, let me pull it up. Jimmy Kimmel comes back tonight. So I am looking forward to seeing Jimmy Kimmel's monologue. Why you got all that on, Auntie? Your phone is enough, boo. Because my bedroom, not my bedroom, my office, it has an echo. That's the only reason why I use it. And it helps me to hear and see things more, trouble, man. That's why. And it make me feel like I'm doing something, man. See? See? I got like a I got like a little laugh track there I be wanting to use. Listen, I'm old. I'm 50. So it make me feel like I'm doing something fancy, okay? The raptures today galore. See, you know how you know the rapture not coming? This is how I know we ain't got to worry about the rapture, y'all. Nobody can pinpoint. Didn't God say you won't know the day, the time, nor the hour? So how is it that they know that the rapture is coming? This is my question. All the people who believe in the rapture, true, 50 ain't old, but it can be funny with technology, right? But, and I make a joke when I say I'm old. It's a joke. I joke it's just in jest, right? But for all the people that think the rapture is happening, what do they do when the rapture doesn't happen and you see them the next day? Like, what then? Like, are we not supposed to mention, hey, you mean to tell me you didn't get snatched up by the rapture? Did did your pastor lie to you? Did God lie to you? Like, who lied to you and told you that it was gonna? That's what I want to know. And I want to meet some people that are giving away all their shit because they think the rapture's coming. Because I'm not gonna give your shit back. Okay? If you give me your house, you give me money, you give me your car, you're not gonna get that shit back. I'm gonna go. This is a lesson, right? This is a lesson, but you're not gonna get it back. You're not gonna get it back. But I want to meet those people. Have y'all seen that video of the guy here on TikTok talking about he drives Uber and he picked up these people who think the rapture's coming and they gave him a $1,900 tip. They gave him $1,900 cash. Then they asked for his cash app because they was gonna send me money. Listen, I don't even drive for Uber. I need to take my ass to Uber and get my car approved. So some fool, well, ain't gonna be enough time. I gotta find me somebody today that think the rapture's coming. And let them just give me their shit. Because you're not going to get it back. I guarantee you. There will be a rapture, all right, but you ain't going to get your shit back. I guarantee you cash money on that. Hold on, I was just trying to fix something. Yeah, they're not gonna get that stuff back. But I see them talking about it. I see them talking about it. You say, oh, you need to get DoorDash tonight. We'll see if it's coming. Look, I got my nails done yesterday. I'm ready for the rapture. Who wants to meet the Lord and their nails not done? Listen, I just wanted to make sure that I got new polish. You know, you know what's funny? The polish I got is the same polish I already had. Okay, go. I just wanted to know when I met the Lord, I at least wanted my hands and my toes to look nice. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Now, first of all, let me stop for a second and thank you all for joining me this morning. I appreciate you being here. I asked why you're here if you could do two things for me. If you could tap that like button, because tapping is clapping. And then if you could hit that copy link button, you don't even have to send it to anybody, but copy link counts as a share. And it helps to promote the live. I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much for doing that. Now, let's get into because we got a couple of things to get into this morning. And then I also want to remind you all, don't forget the new episode of the Straight No Chaser podcast is going to drop today for members of the Patreon community, Circle and Up members. Everybody else will get access to it tomorrow, but it's an episode you need to listen to. Okay? I want to be clear. It's called The Price of Escape. And you know how many people are talking about moving to another country? Well, it's very expensive to move. It's very expensive to move in your own state, let alone another country. So I talk in this episode about all the different types of visa programs available, how you can get a visa and bring your family as dependents to other countries, how you can use visas to check out locations, all of those things. How you different ways that even if you didn't have a lot of money, you could still leave America and immigrate into another country, and how to do that as painless as possible. Check out that episode, save it, and share it with people that are going to need it. Because in case if you looking to pivot, that's information that's going to help you pivot. Hey, Zarvis, good morning. Hey, Farmer Don, thank you so much for the share. So, and thank you all for the gifts. I appreciate it. So, listen to that episode when it drops and share it with people who need it, because there are ways to get out of America, but your country don't want you to know about all these other visa programs and opportunities in other countries. Why? Because you might leave and they want your money. Thank you so much, Farmer Don. I appreciate that. They want your money. You said I would move to Canada, but my family can't move. And I do mention that, Moonchild, in this episode. I say moving is not for everybody. Everybody won't have that option. And that's just the fact. But and maybe I need to do another episode for those who ain't moving, what you can do. Okay? But check it out when it comes out. Okay? Now, those who are not moving and what you can do, it kind of parlays into what I want to talk about with this Jimmy Kimmel thing. Isn't it interesting? I'm being facetious and a smartass when I say that. But ain't it something how Disney all of a sudden could see the error of their ways after they lost over 3 where is it? Let me find the thing that I saw earlier. Because Disney has lost what? Over $3.87 billion by putting Jimmy Kimmel on an indefinite suspension. You know, you say you're a Canadian immigrant living in California. I would move back, but my family is American. Understood. But in this episode, one of the things I talk about is how you could do it as a family, not just a family, a whole community of people. There are ways to move as a whole unit. But this Disney thing, Disney lost so much damn money. That's why Disney did an about face on Jimmy Kimmel. That's why. What did I tell y'all? Rich people only listen when you fuck with their money. They don't give a shit about morality. They don't care about morals. They don't care about none of that stuff. They care about Money. That's the only M they care about. Money. That's it. Y'all fucked with Disney's profits. And see, the people in charge at Disney got to explain to shareholders why you fucked over their money and lost their money. Because you told them Disney was a great investment, right? Obviously not, because the leadership at Disney are stupid. They didn't learn nothing from Target. Target will never recover. Never recover from what happened. Target is done. Target is done. Because, see, the thing was, we didn't need Target. Target is just a more expensive Walmart. That's all Target is. Target was a place where people chose to pay more money. You went to Target knowing you wasn't going to save money in Target. But you went there for the experience, right? You went there for the displays, the colors, the experience that is Target. You didn't never went there to save money. So when Target pulled that DEI bullshit, Target essentially took themselves out of business. Because why go to Target and spend more money? I'm already losing money due to inflation anyway. So why would I go to Target and spend more money than I have to? Everything's went up, so you know Target shit went up too. So why would you go there? Philip, it doesn't matter if people think Jimmy is funny or not. It's kind of like saying, why did people think that Charlie Kirk was religious? So I had to block you. You can't come in here talking like that. I don't want to hear that. I don't believe. Look, I believe. What do I believe? I believe that this live of mine is not a democracy. It's a republic of me. It doesn't matter if you think Jimmy Kimmel's funny. I don't even watch the Jimmy Kimmel show. For me, it wasn't about that. It's about the government coming in and get to dictate what the hell that we can hear. Remember how conservatives told you government shouldn't be able to pick winners and losers? Well, how come they got to pick it with Jimmy Kimmel? See, some of y'all are so transparent in your bullshit. It is about, thank you, Zarvis, government overreach. Your government shouldn't give a shit about comedians. But you know what that thing about comedy is so interesting? When people are laughing, when you make people laugh at their shitty lives, then they wake up and realize how shitty their life is. Comedians have a thing about doing that. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. No, Disney never had to claim it was about politics. They didn't have to. Trump told on them for all of us. Trump told. It was because the government was leaning on them. And Disney has a merger that Disney's trying to buy everything. They have another merger they're trying to get approved by the government. The government shouldn't approve it because, see, I'm 50 years old. I am old enough to remember when the government went through and broke up monopolies. I remember when the government broke up Ma Bell. It said, monopolies, we can't have just one company that reigns over all of the telephone service. So they broke the shit up. That's how you got Verizon and Sprint and all these other things. Because the government made them broke up Ma Bell. Fast forward to 2025. You got all of these countries now. All of these companies now buying up everything. Comcast buying up everything. Disney buying up everything. Now we're going right back to monopolies. Right back to it. Because you know why? These big ass companies lobby government, and what does government do? Approve whatever they want to do. But there was a time that government was against monopolies. But now you got big business people working in government they done tore all that down. I'm old enough to remember, see. And then people older than me try to pretend it never happened. because they want to rewrite history. But it did happen. There was a reason why the government broke up Marvel. Ask yourself why your government now wants Disney to own almost everything. There's no reason for Disney to own almost everything. It's about control. Government need to break that shit up too. Real talk. They need to break it up. They should not be able to own everything. Wise hippie? Go make somebody a sandwich. Oh, no, I was wrong. I think you trying to say something else. You're right. Duh. I didn't get, look, my sarcasm was lost. I didn't catch it. No. The wise hippie does not get the boot. That was her sarcasm. See, we was about to act like MAGA. We can't do that. I was about to be straight MAGA. No, it's called sarcasm. You know what I'm saying? It's called sarcasm. I was about to go straight MAGA. That's why I catch myself. I call myself out when I go straight MAGA. I calls myself out. I can't speak for everybody else. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll still call myself out on that too. So I'm watching. But I don't think I'm wrong in this regard. I think I'm right this time. Hey, Monica. But we got to do something. You like that laugh track? Look, I had to fix my sounds, Arvis. You know, all this time I've been playing the laugh track when I be in these lives, and I didn't know y'all couldn't hear it. I was the only one hearing the laugh track. Chill. So I fixed that. Hey, B-Love, good morning. I love the laugh track too. That's one of the reasons why I use it. Trump is destroying America. MAGA is cheering, but you know where you can find some comfort, bozo? MAGA's going to go bankrupt and poor before all of the rest of us. That's where you can feel some sense of being at peace. Do you see what happened? What is happening to these farmers? I am loving every minute of this shit. Okay. And they begging for money. And Trump is ignoring them. Good. Give them nothing. Okay? Because farmers voted for this. And not only that, China is not letting up. Do you understand? China is like, we not letting up. They making trade deals all over, every place but America. Good. Say it again, the Cray Cray Show. No more free shit. No more farmers getting our free government tax money. No more of that shit. Yep, those farmers' land will be bought up. Guess who's going to help to buy it up? JD Vance. JD Vance is an investor and acre trader. That app that buys up farms. Oh. Look at JD Vance making America great again by buying up family farms and making y'all get jobby jobs. Thank you, JD. I told y'all JD don't work for y'all. I told y'all that JD was going to know what Trump and JD Vance are doing in the Republican Party. They're making socialism and liberalism look beautiful, because it is beautiful. Because most conservatives are socialists. That they're always looking for free money, disaster relief, farming aid, always. Acre Traders now. Couch Casanova will own the company store. He will. Listen, I don't feel no sorrow for MAGA. This is the America they wanted, right? Yeah. Not only did you lose your trading partners, immigrants are not going to come back. The ones that you pushed out, I wouldn't come back here. I'd go to another place. You also going to have a lot of Americans leave America, right? And now nobody ever trusts us because we say one thing and we do something else. And it don't help when this is your dear leader. Nobody want to tell Paw Paw that his ears don't match the color of his face. Nobody says nothing. Everybody acts like this shit is normal. Everybody acts like this is perfectly okay. It's not. That come on. What? That's not sunburn. That's spray, Zarvis. That's spray. Because if it was sunburn, his ears would be the same color. That is spray. Okay? That's spray. Spray. Oh, he looks just like his mama. Just like him. But that is spray. And people around, this is how come you know how jaded the White House is and the people that work in the White House. You report to this guy and you don't say nothing about his ears don't match his face. This how you know JD not really a friend of Trump. Because JD is really good at makeup. I know y'all seen that eyeliner. JD's good at makeup. You mean to tell me JD ain't said, sir, excuse me, sir, your ears should match your face and your neck should match too. Nobody said nothing. He does look like he has jaundice, but it ain't jaundice. It's just a very horrible spray tan. It's hard to say acetaminophen when you're trying to hold your teeth in. Dame Dash and Donald Trump would have a hard time saying acetaminophen. You understand? Those two would have a hard time saying acetaminophen. Because if those teeth are not glued in, can't say acetaminophen. You can't even. They can't even say Peter Piper picked the pickle peppers. Look, neither can I. And I got my teeth, but that was one hell of a tongue twister. One hell of a tongue twister. Okay, but understand, this is not leadership. This ain't leadership. And keep in mind, all of this is designed so you stop asking about those Epstein files. Look at you not talking about the Epstein files. Don't forget, the Epstein files are the most important. Well, no, it's not. Inflation. Bring it down, inflation. Because Americans are going to go broke dealing with inflation. But don't forget about the Epstein files. Don't forget that the Trump administration is pretty much trying to make Ghislaine Maxwell a free woman. Don't forget that Epstein did not unalive himself. Don't forget that. Don't forget, I told you about the article that shows somebody at his cell. You can only see the little corner of their uniform piece, and it wasn't a guard. Don't lose sight of the fact that we still don't have answers, and that Kash Patel did a hearing with Congress saying that there is no evidence showing that Jeffrey Epstein trafficked anybody to anyone but himself. Now they think you're stupid. Now they think you're stupid. See, because remember, Kash Patel told you before Trump was elected a second time that he was going to expose everything. Remember, Kash told you that. I don't know what time the rapture is, but my nails are ready. Gotta pay attention, folks. If Donald Trump isn't in the files and nobody else is in those files but Jeffrey Epstein, what are all the redactions? What are all the redactions, folks? Exactly. No, I didn't see the notes. I'll go find that today. I'm making a note for myself. But Jeffrey Epstein, everybody should be unnerved about what has happened with Jeffrey Epstein. Everybody should be unnerved. It should bother everyone. And the reason why it should bother you is because children were violated. Children were violated. And MAGA Republicans act like nothing happened. Yep, exploited. Hey, Jeanette. Hey, beautiful. They act like nothing happened. That should bother every American. That should bother every American. Because if they not going to protect kids, if they ain't going to protect the kids that were a part of it, what makes you think they going to protect your kids? You're right, Jarvis. A few Democrats too. That's why I said those Democrats need to go too. Don't forget that Republicans in the House and in the Senate voted to block the release of those files. Hell, even Marjorie Taylor Greene wants the files released. And I don't even like Marjorie Taylor Greene. But a broken clock is right at least twice a day. At least twice a day. She may very well be lying, but she's still asking for a release of the files. She's still saying she'll read them on the floor. I don't think Marjorie Taylor Greene is lying this time. Not on this. I think that this Jeffrey Epstein thing triggered something because something happened to her before in her life. And she's triggered. That's what I think, in my humble opinion. But I don't think she's lying about going to read that list. Anything that's going to give Marjorie Taylor Greene attention, she's going to be for it. And quiet as kept, she's on the right side of this thing. What you don't do is protect people who violate children. Marjorie Taylor Greene is actually on the right side of it this time. Listen, I want to remind you all, I'm going to be having an unfiltered discussion this morning on my Patreon. Like I do, if you want to be a part of that unfiltered discussion, all you got to do is click the link in my bio. In my profile. I'm sorry, I keep saying that. In my profile. And it takes you over to my Patreon. It'll take you to my website where you can get a link to my Patreon. There's certain things I can't talk about here on TikTok. We had a great discussion yesterday about quite a few things, especially about Israel, because there's a whole lot I have to say about that, but I can't say it. I can't say it on this platform because I done got dinged before on saying it. And it need to be said. Need to be said because they out of control right now. The $8, the circle tier, Nessa. So for those of you who come to my TikTok lives every day and you're tipping every day and doing all those things, listen, for $8 a month, you get access to my unfiltered lives that I do on Patreon, my other discussions, but you also see me over here. I don't have an expectation that everywhere I am, you throwing cash at me. That's not my expectation because we all got bills to pay. I don't see it that way. I do it because I got bills to pay. The only reason why I do charge for it is because Elon Musk took my job. I don't have a job right now. Just $8. $8 a month. That's it. I'm not asking for the world. That's it. I also wanted to remind you all, we did vote on the movie poll, and y'all cut up this month because y'all selected 2 movies, not 1. So we discussing 2 movies this month, not 1. Okay? 2, not 1. All right? We're going to watch The Woman in the Window and American Skin. Y'all pick 2. Thank you so much, Scorpio. We have a great time over there because we're able to have other discussions that you just cannot have on TikTok. You cannot. And I'm tired of saying pew, pew. I'm sick of that shit. I'm sick of that shit. I've had enough of that. I'm just keeping it all the way a buck. I'm being honest. I'm tired of that. Okay, we grown ass fucking adults. And them, unalive. Like what? And then what ends up happening is when you have regular conversations in your daily life, you start talking like that. And everybody looking at you crazy like unalive. Okay, what the fuck is you talking about? Yeah, see, yeah, Kiera, unalive. I'm not saying that. What is it that you wanted to say, Postman P? Unfortunately, I'm not going to listen to you because you only have 12 followers. That tells me you troll. And that's another thing. Patreon keeps the trolls out. As much as I don't mind dealing with MAGA, we can't talk about the things that we want to talk about when I have to constantly deal with that bullshit. Hey Jess, good morning. Unalive does sound poetic, but sometimes you want to get gutter and call it what it is. You understand? And you can't do that. And the other part of it is this. The Trump administration is still leaning on TikTok. TikTok want to be able to stay around. So TikTok is going to play whatever game TikTok got to play to be here. Okay? Don't forget that. Never forget that. TikTok going to play uh whatever game they got to play to get here. That's what they're going to do. That's what they've always done. That's what they're going to do now too. Ain't nothing going to change. So I'm mindful about that because all it takes is one false move and you won't see me on TikTok. That's the game that TikTok's like to play. That's why I had to start looking at other platforms as well. I'm still around TikTok. Don't get me wrong. I still think it's the best platform that's out there for certain things. But when you want to have unfiltered discussions, not so much. Because there's certain things TikTok is not going to let you discuss. Period. So that's one of the reasons why you guys see that. And also, I'm very well aware of the economy. Y'all work hard for y'all money. I don't know how many lives y'all attend every day, but if y'all sitting on social media and y'all tipping in every single live you come into and do all these things, I can't speak for y'all, but on a personal level, I can't afford to do that. And so I'm mindful about that. That's why I also try to make sure that my content has value, that it gives you something that you can use. I'm all for entertaining you. But at the end of the day, there comes a point where even if I'm entertained, I'm not paying for that shit. I'm telling you as a person, I'm telling you as a consumer, I know how it is. I ain't gonna sit up here in front. So I try to create some value. That's one of the reasons why I did that podcast episode that's coming out about moving to another country. You and two DJ are the only people I tip. Oh, thank you, Lady Glitter. I appreciate that. But I just know how rough it is. I know if it's rough for me, I know it's rough for other people. Hell, I don't have a job, so I don't try to fake with mines and make it seem like it ain't that bad. Fuck that shit. It's bad. I need to earn an income. And I'm also looking at moving to another country, which was why I got the digging. And when you realize how expensive it is, you go, well, wait, maybe I can't do that. Then you start to digging into other options and you realize, oh, I can do that. We can all do that. There's another way to do it. Thank you so much, KP. I appreciate it. So I'm about to move on over to my Patreon. I want y'all to don't forget, we got our 2 movies that have been selected. You can go ahead and start watching those movies. I put the post up saying what those movies are. And then I'm going to put up another couple polls today on Patreon so we can pick the dates and times in which we're going to meet to talk about these daggone movies. And what we're going to, and because honestly, the movie poll stuff that I saw, the list that I saw, I have never seen none of those movies. So for me, my thought was I was going to watch all of them anyway on my own. So when people said, hey, let's look at both of them, I'm like, cool. So I love you guys. I appreciate you being here. We had 58,000 likes this morning. So we had 58,000 likes this morning. I appreciate that. You guys helped me hit my goal this morning. I appreciate that as well. We had over 100 shares. I do appreciate you. Okay? I really, really do. Don't forget to check out the Straight No Chaser podcast. The new episode drops today for Patreon members, circling up, and it drops for everybody else tomorrow. Because if you are thinking about leaving the country, I'm giving you ways that you can make it happen without going broke. And these tips were even for they were for the working poor and the middle class. I'm not talking to people that got $80,000 in their checking account. I'm not talking to those people. You understand? I'm talking to regular folk like us. All right? I love you. I appreciate you being here. Like I told you, you want to hear more of this conversation? Come on over to Patreon because we're having the unfiltered conversation this morning. I want to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters before I wrap up this morning because I want to let you know I appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one of you because you're spending time with me. And you ain't got to spend time with me. You could have spent it anywhere else you wanted to, but you came here to spend it with me. Number 1, beautiful Valerie. Thank you so much, beautiful. I appreciate you. Number 2, beautiful Moonchild. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 3, handsome Cedric. Thank you so much, handsome. Number 4, Miss Beautiful Lady Glitter. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 5, beautiful Goody Grams. Thank you so much, Goody. Thank you, beautiful. And a special shout out to number 6, Farmer Don. Thank you so much, handsome. I thank you to any mods that I had in here this morning. I don't know if I got any mods here this morning, but thank you if you're here. I'm about to boot up now on Patreon. I love you guys. I will be back here live at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TikTok. Oh, no, I won't. Today's Tuesday. So I won't be back today because today is Tuesday. So I won't be back this afternoon on TikTok. I might pop up this afternoon on Patreon, but not this afternoon on TikTok. I love you guys. And don't forget what I always tell you. Don't let nobody live rent free in your head, y'all. Don't feed no trolls. And you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. Peace. And I will see you guys over on Patreon. And I'll see you here tomorrow on TikTok. I love you. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Look, I tried to be smooth, but I couldn't. See you guys.